Okay, welcome to STG Weekly, episode 111. That's a lot of ones. We're at the ones, and a special number. We're revisiting the rest of M-KAI's games. We covered Eschatos in the past, and Ginga Force, both excellent games from the creator known as M-KAI and associates, I suppose, at Cute. But now we're taking a look back, back before the Famicom. This is the MSX computer, and we're going to take a look at a few games that M-KAI developed for that computer, and the various models and stuff. We're going to talk a little bit about the MSX as well. Trap is here. He's going to talk about the MSX with me. So how's it going, Trap?
Yeah, going pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And so lately you've actually been doing a little bit of streaming, and you picked up MSX yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, coincidentally, a friend, I got convinced to buy one because of these games. I always knew about the Konami stuff on it, and it was like, oh, that's cool, but I don't really care that much. And then a friend showed me these on his, and I was like, oh my god, I need an MSX right now.
Yeah, they're pretty different. What's it like playing on the actual machine? So we're taking a look at one of the models here on stream. Actually, I'm gonna take away the game capture so you can see this little monitor attached to it.
Yeah. So the model you're seeing there is by an Italian company. So a little background on the MSX itself.
Yeah, go ahead.
The original MSX specification. So this is a computer specification. It's not a specific model. So there were hundreds of different models of MSX computers made by different people with different configurations, different amounts of RAM, the whole works. It's a computer. And so the specification was made by Microsoft and ASCII in 83, I want to say. So it's old. But in the late 80s and the early 90s, they released updates to the specification to make it better because hardware from 83, not so good, couldn't scroll at all. It was 16 defined colors, you couldn't set your own colors. It was 16 specific ones. And it needed help. So they released the MSX2 specification in 87 or something. And that one adds vertical scrolling. It adds user-defined colors. It makes it a whole of a lot better. It's a good spec. And then later they released the MSX2 Plus, which adds horizontal scrolling and not much else. And then they released the Turbo R, which is how much faster is it? It's 10 times the CPU speed, so it's a big step up. But they didn't make very many models of that, so it's kind of rare, and so there's not really that much software for it. But yeah, so all these games are for the MSX2. I believe Pleasure Hearts supports some of the extra stuff on the MSX2 Plus for its horizontal scrolling. But yeah, that's a little rundown. But yeah, if people are ever ooh, scrolling on an MSX, if it's an MSX2, that's not a hard thing to do. It's common. There's a lot of MSX2 stuff that scrolls. So. Okay.
So is most of the MSX1 stuff the stuff that has the jagged scrolling?
Yeah.
Then
pretty much all the jagged scrolling games are for MSX1, and
okay, yeah,
it's bad.
That's a defining feature almost at this point, it seems, for the MSX1 is the jagged scrolling.
Yeah, and the MSX2 doesn't add horizontal scrolling really, but a lot of developers found a hack that you could use to make it look like horizontal scrolling, because there's now a thing that lets you scroll the screen horizontally, but only up to 16 pixels. And this was supposed to be used so you could center the screen on your monitor, but clever developers use this as some really ghetto scrolling. So you actually see that in Pleasure Hearts. So if you're ever like, ooh, why is the sides all choppy and weird? That's because that's how they're doing the scrolling.
Interesting. So yeah, I mean, this was actually my first time actually looking at the MSX itself. It's pretty neat how it has that, like, the arrow keys. It seems to be a feature on most of the models. They have like the big arrow keys for playing games. Like, that's for playing games, right?
Yep. Yeah, they definitely put some thought into making the computer viable for playing games. So yeah, like you said, there's the D-pad, and there's no like specification for the D-pad, so different models have different looking, feeling ones, and
Right.
so like
right.
the model we're looking at right here actually looks pretty junky. It looks kind of hard to use, but there's some better ones.
And then you mentioned too, like, there's a lot of different companies that were able to make these computers. Did you not?
Yeah. So like the one we're looking at is from Italy. It was made by an Italian company. But there's ones from the US, there's ones from Brazil, there's ones from the Netherlands. I'm pretty sure there's Chinese ones. There's ones from Saudi Arabia. Like, everybody was making MSX.
Yeah, that's pretty wild stuff back then, to think that, like, so many people were trying to get on board to make games on these computers. Like, I mean, these computers must have been really spendy too, I'd have to imagine. Not many kids are probably going to be able to play these. They're mostly adults.
Yeah, I forget how much most of these went for, but it was, I mean, compared to the other computers of the time, it was cheap, and that was the good thing. But I believe most of them were like $800 at least. So
yeah, that's a good chunk.
Yeah, it's expensive, but compared to the other computers of the time, it was pretty cheap. So
right. Okay, so that's a nice little background on the MSX. It is interesting. But so let's talk a little bit about M-KAI himself and these games and the games we're looking at. So we're going to start out checking out Kyokugen. We have plenty of time to talk about these games, but maybe we should talk a little bit just about, I don't know, like, M-KAI. Do you have any fun facts about M-KAI himself or should we just go right into Kyokugen and just fucking tangent it? Oh, one thing I do want to say, seizure, probably epilepsy warning here.
Oh yeah, especially for Kyokugen, it's really, like, it does some really, really bad things. Like, if you have photosensitivity, it is probably advised to sit out Kyokugen, because it's really intense.
Yeah, I even want to put like I think I might have to put a text warning on the stream just in case.
I would agree that's
because I mean,
because this isn't like, oh haha, it has so much stuff going on. Like, no, it's like flashing lights like crazy. Like, it's seriously it's not good. Yeah, good idea. All right. So yeah, fun facts about Kyokugen. M-KAI started making this game while he was in high school, which is really impressive, because it's a pretty polished game. It's really solid. Like, unless you knew, you probably would not guess that it was a game made by a high schooler. But yeah.
So yeah, this goes back to like he's like part of the indie scene, right? Because these games were released way late, like 97 to 99 is basically when a bunch of these games came out. That's like way late for the MSX too. So like, well, yeah, what was the process of like the creation or I guess wherever you were going with that?
So basically, pretty much the only computer he had was an MSX at this time, so that was why he made it for MSX. Like,
sure.
In the interview, he was like, yeah, I would have liked to make stuff on, the X68000 or whatever, but it was too expensive, and it was, targeted at like older adults and not, high school kids. So we had an MSX, so I made games on my MSX. And the thing about it being a PC is there's not really such a thing as, you know, like indie stuff. It's just, you know, you make software for it. And
Okay.
a lot of these were like distributed through like I think Kyokugen was distributed through what's called Takaru, which is like a vending machine sort of thing for PC games, which is a pretty interesting idea. But yeah, I think that's how Kyokugen got sent out. Anaconda was in a disc magazine, which is some old school shit.
Okay.
So like you'd have like this magazine and they'd also have discs in them, and you could you get software through that and it'd be cool. But yeah, so that's how Anaconda got out, and I think Pleasure Hearts was like a regular box release actually.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's not quite like modern day indie stuff, but it's a bit not quite.
Well, it's like underground, right? Like you have to be following
Yeah.
those magazines, and yeah, you have to be like kind of one of those people that's following that, and then like, oh, it's like, oh, gotta get the magazine, gotta get that M-KAI game. Like, holy shit, I hear it's crazy or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to be part of the underground scene, and that's about it. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, yeah, why don't we start getting into some of these games, because we do have a bit of a good bit of content to check out today, and I think people will be pretty impressed to see probably what the MSX2 can do. Like, it's got really crazy fast scrolling, which is even still apparent in like Ginga Force and Eschatos. Like, he really liked that fast scrolling, and he even did it in the old MSX. Like, it's really impressive. That's what the computer could do, I guess.
Yeah, his stuff is very technically impressive too, especially Pleasure Hearts. But yeah, Kyokugen's like a 45-minute game, so we definitely should get into that.
Yeah. Okay, so let us get ready then. Okay, as usual, I'll count us off from 0, 3, 2, 1, go.
So we don't get to see in this replay, but there is a very large cast of selectable characters. I forget the name of the character he's using right now, but yeah, there's a lot of characters in this game, and unfortunately, a lot of them are not good. Like, a lot of them are really hard to use, and they don't have any advantage over some of the others, so you never pick them. But you know, you get some choice. So he just used a bomb, and so the thing about bombing and dying in this game is it's not bad generally, because whenever you bomb, it's like you picked up a power-up item, so you can like power up really quickly by just spamming your bombs. And if you die, you get level up. Like, not a full level up, but you get a bunch of experience to a level up. So, all right, there's a lot to cover, like, first thing in this game, because there's a lot of stuff in the system. But so this game has like leveling up, and that's what these little items that drop from the enemies is their experience. So like you pick them up and it says like +1 or +5. And that's how many experience you get for picking it up.
Yeah, I just noticed it's actually going into that top right bar. That's your level bar, eh?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
So once that fills up, then the screen gets really totally crazy and you fall over and die. But you get a level up.
Oh yeah, I need to put that warning on this screen too.
Yeah, because I think when he beats this boss, he's gonna get the level up. So it's gonna be Yeah.
Once again, for anyone coming in late, photosensitivity warning for anyone with sensitive to with epilepsy or whatever. This game does flash in craziness.
Yeah, there we go. So it's harder to see on this because this is a 30 FPS capture, but if you see it in person or in 60 FPS, you're just like, oh my god, I'm gonna die right now. So the end stage points are kind of interesting because the bombs are exponential. So if you have 3 bombs, it's 9 times 1,000. If you have 4 bombs, it's 16 times 1,000. And you might be like, oh, well then clearly you should never bomb. But since it's only worth 1,000 for each count anyways, it's not actually worth that much. So you don't really have to worry about it.
Did you say? Sorry, I got distracted. You said there was a bomb bonus, or wait, what was that? Sorry.
Yeah, so the bomb bonus is like exponential in that if you have 3, it's worth 9. If you have 4, it's worth 16. But because it doesn't multiply by very much, it's not really worth it anyways. So don't feel like you shouldn't bomb because you can and you should.
Okay, yeah, I noticed you get a lot of points in this game just in general from basically just doing anything.
Yeah. There's also a bunch of like hidden items and stuff that are worth a lot of points. Like, yeah, generally the end stage bonus is only really worth it for the like that's one of the secret things. So I'll go into M-KAI's influences later, but to finish what I was saying about the end stage bonus, the only one that's really significant is the max hits. So it doesn't show up until you get like 30 hits or whatever, but you see that counter that was up there and now it says like 57 hit finish. So this game does have like a hit combo. And so I think you get like maybe half a second or whatever to hit again after your last hit. And so it's not kills, but it's like, you know, bullet impacts. And it's not worth very much when it's like a low amount of hits, but when you start racking it up into like 1,000, it's really significant.
Jeez.
And now we got Taito lasers. So this guy is playing on an original MSX too. So there are some models of MSX2 manufactured by Panasonic that have an overclock mode, so it runs faster. And this game does take advantage of that, so there's a lot less slowdown on the Panasonic models. And that also applies to the Turbo R as well. So if you want to play the game with 0 slowdown, get a Turbo R and play it. And yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have to keep reminding myself that like this came out like the late 90s because like there's like the chaining and stuff, but when you see the primitive graphics, you don't think like the chaining should be in the game.
Yeah. And so I was gonna, well, hold on. Let me cover this stage real quick, and then I'll talk about his influences and
Sure,
stuff.
plenty of time here.
So this stage is very unique. So what you've got here is you've got Zako enemies, and every, I think, 5 or 6 you kill, they drop a medal, and it has, you know, metal chaining like Kurega or whatever. But actually, it's lenient in that when you drop, it doesn't reset to 0. It just drops by a couple. So it's kind of like Muchi Muchi Pork or whatever. And so these chain all the way up to S, and then they're worth like 10,000 or something. Like they're worth a ton of points.
It actually matters. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's huge. Like it's a ton of points. And so then the rest of the stage, like the whole thing is pretty much just get all the items and keep hitting this invincible guy in the center for hits. And then at the end, yeah, and then that's the stage pretty much. So you saw that little blue car. If you I don't
No,
know.
I didn't.
Oh, well, there's a little blue
Yeah.
car that is like driving next to the big guy, and he like slowly moves down the screen. And there's some secret involving it. Like I think you have to kill it like when it's way down the screen or something, and then you get a huge point bonus. But I haven't figured out exactly what the trigger is.
Dude, that's hilarious how it just crashes into the wall. Like, that's fucking epic.
Yeah.
I just noticed that for the first time.
Okay, so M-KAI, in his interviews, he's like, yeah, I'm mostly inspired by like 80s Famicom games. Like, so like most of his stuff is very Star Force like, and like a lot of his stuff is pretty old school style. And when the interviewer is like, so do you like play any of the new shooters, and what do you think of like Danmaku and stuff? He's like, I mean, I get why they're cool, but it's not really my sort of thing, which is kind of interesting. And it comes across as like he doesn't really play them at all, but you'll see later in the game, he definitely had to have played Garega a fair amount, because there's some pretty Garega stuff later in the game.
Damn. Yeah, Garega seems like something he'd be interested in.
Yeah,
Just
and
a hunch.
This sort of came out at just the right time for that too, because Garega was 96, and this game he started working on it in 95 or 96, and released it in 97.
Sure.
So this boss is sick. This boss is so cool. It's
Looks
a giant
cool.
battleship. You gotta have a giant battleship.
There's an eyeball in the center, just blew it up. You can see the influence to Eschatos. Like Eschatos has the really simple designs of the enemy, and this is just like it's just a fortress, and then just stick an eyeball on it. It's simple and elegant.
Yeah, a lot of his later stuff, you can tell it's definitely the same guy that made these games, especially when you see Anaconda. I don't know if you've ever seen it before, but when you see it, you'll be like, oh, now I get Judgment Silver Sword.
Oh yeah, okay. I haven't.
It's very similar to Judgment Silver Sword. Like when I first saw it, I was like, oh, now it all makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that'll be interesting to everybody to see.
As far as the quality of this video, well, you know, it's the MSX, okay?
Yeah.
So you have to you know, give that a little excuse there.
Yeah, you got to give it the excuse of it's from '87 and it was a very inexpensive computer, so it's not the greatest hardware. So things that look glitchy, it probably is.
Oh yeah, what's the deal with that little background there with like that with the S's and stuff on the black? Jesus, F.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gotta love that Caesar. I don't think the S's mean anything. I think it was just like some attempt to like give it detail or something. Yeah, I don't know.
I always thought maybe it was like an emulation error or something like that. It just looks kind of janky.
Nope, does that on my computer too. So.
Yeah. So he's talking about like the story of the game there, and those little cutscenes.
Yeah, so M-KAI likes RPGs a lot, so he put in a pretty significant amount of story in this game, actually. I wish I could read it and understand it, but I can't, so... but the game does a pretty good job of sort of like telling a story just in how it plays, so it's kind of interesting to just look at it that way.
Yeah, there's a pretty interesting part coming up, isn't there?
Yeah, for sure. This part is so cool.
Holy crap.
Just for reference, that is way harder on MSX 2 Plus, or like on the Panasonic models, because that moves a lot faster. Like pretty much the safest way to do it is just hide in the corner and dodge it that way.
Oh yeah, I watched you die on that when you were playing it the other day. It went super fast, as I recall.
Yeah, it's really fast, but it doesn't look like it in this video. So now we gotta, like, the city's all wrecked up, it's totally destroyed, and you got the little map of Japan in the bottom right. Oh no, it's a tsunami. Oh no.
Like, coupled with that little icon in the bottom right, and like the tsunami and the music, like it actually does have some impact, I think.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's very eerie. It's very creepy. It's very post-apocalyptic.
Seems kind of ballsy to go for that, like, I don't know, like kind of like metal black feeling almost, or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, he predicted it. Nah, that's a bad one.
That is pretty bad.
But yeah, it's interesting.
So I'm pretty sure he's just bombing so he can power up quickly, because you kind of want the spread shot for this section. Because yeah, like I said at the very beginning, bombing gives you a power up. So you can use your bombs just to power up in case you really need power ups, which is really handy, especially because when you die, you lose all of your power ups.
Yeah, that's an interesting mechanic. I kind of like that.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. And then also, every time you level up, it gets rid of all your power ups as well. So you start at the base of the new level every time. So that's another reason to go ham on your bombs or whatever.
And are the bombs the icon in the top right below the level up bar?
Yeah, the little triangles. So this being an old low-spec computer, it doesn't have that many sprites, so it's not uncommon for destroying an enemy to not drop an experience item just because there's too many things on screen at once.
Okay.
So if you're ever wondering, why didn't this enemy drop an item? That's the answer. There's just too much stuff happening. And that's a thing you actually have to control if you're trying to level up quickly, because you need those experience items. So you want to take care of things quickly and pick up the stuff so you can get more.
Sure. Yeah, really cool stage. I do enjoy that. It's just it got the right mix. It got the right mix of things there.
Yeah, for sure.
And then this boss.
You know, I wonder if he's just playing on a lower difficulty, because I've never seen this guy shoot like that.
Yeah, and then as you were mentioning too when you were playing this previously, I remember someone asked about the crunching noise when you fire at the enemy there, and that is normal. Not like
Yeah,
it sounds just like it's audio clip. It's like an audio clip being clipped out or something, but not quite, I guess.
Yeah, it does sound pretty bad, because it does sound, like you said, like, you know, audio clipping, but nope, that's the hit impact sound.
It is like a crackle, so I can see why he thought it was acceptable, you know.
Yeah. Amusingly though, if you read his interviews, he's like, the interviewer asks him, like, what does he think of his older stuff, and he's like, for the most part, he's pretty happy with them, but he's like, when I go back and play them, I see all these really huge issues with them, and I wish I could just, you know, take the game back from everybody so that they wouldn't see the embarrassing mistakes I made. Which is like, oh man, I guess he found some real real bad shit. But I mean, every game has issues, and I don't think
Yeah,
any of them in this are really that bad. So
yeah. And compared to what else there was, what were good shmups on the MSX? I mean, I mean the
there's a handful, but
the Salamander wasn't that one pretty? I think I played that. Or was
I
it
don't remember having that
it was a Salamander, or was it? I think it was Gradius 2 MSX or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a decent number of good horizontal ones by Konami, and there's some pretty solid vertical ones by Compile. But I definitely think these are the best shooters on the system. So,
Oh wow, okay.
so we got some real cool stuff going on here. Lots of tanks. The tanks drop 5 experience, so like you're really like, oh man, I got to kill these tanks and grab their experience, because like generally when you see a 1 experience thing, you're like, ah, whatever, it doesn't matter. But when you see the 5, you're like, ooh, I need that, because then you get seizures, and that's good.
uh, like,
And so the
oh
item
man,
that just came out of that guy was a green triangle with an S on it. So that's a speed up, and that's one of the 2 speed up items in the entire game. And when you die, you lose it. So it's like it's really nice to have, because especially in this stage and like the last boss and stuff, it's really handy to have. But if you die, it's gone. So it makes dying even more high stakes. And so now we finally get to see the plus 20 experience items.
oh man, yeah, those look cool.
And so this section brings me to another issue with this game. The visibility isn't great in a lot of spots. Oh, what? I didn't know about that. What? Okay. Well, I just learned something new. I guess if you leave that little blob alive, it drops a 1-up. This is a cool boss. It's so sick.
Oh man, the Tatsumaki and the Shoryukens.
Yeah,
It's Ryu.
So good. This game is like, this boss is so out of control. Oh.
Are there any pros to dying?
You get experience.
Oh, okay, right.
Like, a lot of experience, actually. So it's not bad, really.
Okay or KO?
Okay.
Okay.
So this next stage loads for quite a while because, well, you're gonna see, but it's like, it is a long ass stage. It is like probably at least 7 minutes long. So
Jeez.
lots of stuff to load.
When you play your MSX, do you hook up a controller, or do you use like a D-pad on the keyboard, like we saw?
Oh, I would not be able to use the D-pad on the computer, because it's okay, but it's kind of stiff, and I'm not even sure where the second button is on it. Like, the first button is space, and I'm pretty sure there is no mapping for a second button, so I wouldn't even be able to bomb.
Huh.
It kind of sucks. So yeah, I use a controller. I use a I forget what they call it, but it's like the Joy Card. Like, it's pretty similar. It has auto fire and everything, so
Neat.
it's handy.
Are you supposed to be flying up a tower here?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, cool.
You're flying into the sky.
Gotcha. You blew up a little blimp there, and lots of points came out. All right.
music is pretty
Oh, this sounds nice.
The music's pretty cool. Like with this whole scene, it's like you're going up into space and it's all triumphant and stuff, and you're like, ooh, it's time to take it out, time to finish the job.
Sick. Ginga Force had a section just like this too, where you're like flying up like a huge like like a shaft thing. There are some things that concepts like in shmups that just are always cool. It seems.
Yeah.
Like the takeoff and ride, and like the takeoff and the ride in games. Like it's kind of like a spin-off of that, I guess. Even.
Yeah. You got like going up a tower like this, which actually now that I'm thinking about it, he might have gotten inspired from Final Star Force for.
Oh yeah.
Because that game has a sequence where you're going up a tower just like this.
Neat.
Although it's not as long, but it's when you see it in Final Star Force, you're like, oh, that's really cool. This is a good thing.
Yeah, this is pretty frantic. Like it's legit.
Yeah, like it's another spot with. Hold on a sec. This is super cool. I don't want to break it. Boom! It's dead.
Damn.
Blew up the tower.
Holy crap. Yeah, that was cool.
Okay, what does he do for this? Because I've tried to do this a million. Yeah, alright, yeah, so he dies here too. Okay, so I'm not stupid.
Oh man, that's dodgy.
Yeah, this fight is pretty out of control.
Yo, damn, those hands, yeah. The hands.
Too many hands. So we got that cool like high-speed sweeping thing that I think every other vertical M-KAI game uses. Like, I know JSS does it. I'm pretty sure Eschatos does it. I think it's one of the things that he likes to do. Like this thing.
Oh, yeah. Everyone loves dodging super fast bullets.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude,
Oh,
this
man.
explosion is so sick.
Holy hell. That is a holy hell moment.
And that's totally Metal Black. I never put that together, but that is totally Metal Black. That's sick.
You picking up off that like with like the orange, really orange
Yeah,
explosion?
like the orange fire with like the bits of like, I mean, in
Yeah.
Metal Black's case it's like a map, but in this case it's like stuff. But yeah.
Probably.
All right, this stage is sick. I like this stage a lot, and like I was, oh, right, everything drops like plus 20 here, so you level up pretty quick.
Please caution, photosensitivity warning.
This bit is pretty annoying though, because these things they close in pretty quick. So if you're not prepared, they're gonna crush you and you're gonna die. Like, he took that out of compile games, but in compile games they're a lot slower, so it's not as bad.
I remember those enemies from like Star Force too.
Yeah.
This music is quite pleasant right now.
Alright, so you know how I was saying about Garega? This is totally stage 6 in Garega.
Oh
like,
shit.
It's so sick. I love this bit. It's so good.
Okay, I think yeah, the slow, like this kind of like the, yeah, I think I see what you mean.
Yeah, like just the tanks just pouring out of the sides and stuff with the slow needle bullets. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I can agree with that.
As someone who really likes Garega Stage 6, I hope I can identify people that are influenced by that, because it's so good. It's like the best stage ever made, probably.
Oh yeah, it's a phenomenon. That's like the best part about Grega, probably. Everything else is shit. Just kidding. I just gotta say that because the game gets hate all the time. It's a mixed bag.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So now we have crazy homing lasers. Like, this is the turret wall. Like, it's so Grega.
Okay, yeah.
Except instead of like this widespread, you get homing lasers. But yeah. And so there's the second speed up item in the whole game. So there's no more.
What's going on with that background? What's with the hole like in the horizon?
Good question.
Did someone blow a hole through the moon?
Probably.
That seems like
all
something.
Sorts of crazy shit's happening.
That seems legit.
Oh, so to answer the question in chat, where the bullets are and why are they shaking? Because he's shooting so many bullets out, he can't actually display all of them at a time, or he would run up against the sprite limit too quick. So he only draws half of them every frame. So it looks kind of shaky in this because this isn't a 60 FPS capture, but they're there.
Man, really pushing the hardware, huh?
Yeah.
And it's also cool that it's, you're talking about earlier, it plays into some of the scoring and stuff, having to work around it. Anime, yeah.
Time to fight the UFOs.
UFOs are never up to good.
Never. And these Taito lasers are out of control.
Yeah, that background face is pretty good.
Oh,
that needs to be a Twitch emote or something.
Oh yeah, but yeah. So like in an interview, he's like, "Yeah, I made this when I was in at the end of high school, and I was really into high school robot anime. So there's a lot of influence from that there." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Hey,
high school robot anime.
Yeah, there was a melody I just recognized in there. That like do 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 do. What the fuck is that?
Oh, I think that's a common melody. Like I've heard that in a lot of spots, I think. But so this boss is super glow squid. Like
fuck
so
yeah.
Glow squid.
Hey, the music does sound like the glow squid music.
Yeah, like it's so glow squid.
Glow squid music is so fucking awesome. Once again, it's still a shame that Batrider doesn't have it. Never gonna let them down for that. What a waste. That's really neat. That's pretty cool. Oh man, the slowdown.
Yeah. So I have no idea why this is like this, but it really does run that slow on hardware too. So.
Oh yeah, that was the that was like an FF4 battle theme melody. Fogmanitic got it, I think. It was totally like it from FF4. You say it's like RPG, so confirmed.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, that's the FF4 battle theme. Dopara ta 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 ta.
Oh yeah.
All right
so
then.
Manly.
That's basically the sound effects in this game. Oh, cool.
Now we get anime. Yeah, screw you, PlayStation. Sega Saturn shoe steps on you.
Was that what? Is that what's going on there?
Yeah, she like picked up a PlayStation, threw it on the ground, and stepped on it, and her shoe had SS written on it.
Damn, shots fired. Shots fired.
Okay, so this bit's pretty crazy.
Yeah, first time for
So
me seeing this. Yeah.
This will screw you up so hard. Like, these guys take a couple hits to kill, and they're always homing in on you, and if they run into you, you're dead. And they come out of everywhere on the screen, so you're never safe. You just have to, like, dance around and hope you don't die.
Yeah, that looks kind of tricky.
Back to slow-mo.
Brace yourself, the super seizure is coming. Nah, I have no idea, but probably.
So you can't see in that, but he starts pulling you in too, so you like have to hold down, otherwise it pulls you in.
Ah, cool.
So now we're in stage 5 dash. So very end of stage 5.
Do some time travel in the story or something here? This is the tsunami stage, is it not?
So let's see if he does this here. So, oh no, yeah, I watched this video. Never mind, he does. So if you kill one of these, it drops a full power-up item, and you don't even know how useful that is. But he didn't get it. So what happened is the item spawned, but then it destroyed everything because he got far enough. So he didn't get to pick it up.
Huh.
So this boss takes a really, really long time. It's really annoying. And I think he dies a bunch in this. But yeah, big full screen laser that kills you. These guys shooting random bullets. Like everything else in this game, on the 2+, that's a lot faster. So it's a lot harder. But you basically blow off all the parts on him, and then blow up his body, and then that's it. It's not really that hard, but you have to know how to dodge that laser and not get killed by the shots off the side.
Yeah.
Pretty much the way I think about it is I line myself up so that I'm right up against the sword on the side. And that way you don't get hit by the laser and you don't get hit by those side shots. But it's tricky to line up, and in the heat of the moment you're like, oh god, I'm so dead. Constantly.
Sure.
So
Yeah, Bananamatic, you're not alone. I'm feeling a little queasy myself watching watching this full run. Like, my father had epilepsy, so I might have a latent case here if I watch this long enough.
yeah, well, maybe we should take a break before we do the Kyokugen, like, 5-minute mode and stuff, because those are even more seizure-ific, because you're constantly leveling up in those. So it's really bad.
Maybe switch to a different a different thing then. Or
yeah, maybe we'll do Anaconda and then come back to him.
We'll give a cooldown to anyone who is approaching the threshold of seizures.
Yeah. So when you kill that boss, he actually drops a 3-up. So it's pretty nice of them.
Oh, my ears too.
He just blew up Earth.
Oh, no wonder.
Bastard.
No wonder my ears. Yeah, that's intense. The only other game I know where Earth blew up was Star Ocean 4. Oh wait, and Omega. What's it called? Or fuck. That old school game where like when it's game over, like the Earth is getting blasted.
Omega Fighter.
Yeah.
So this boss is bullshit. I hate it. But it's not even that bad compared to the true last boss. So
Yeah, this looks a lot like the mirror enemies and the Eschatos and whatnot. Like always dashing back and forth and just like filling the screen with crap. And Judgment Silver Sword had the same mirror type, that mirror guy enemy thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
now that I think
intense.
about it, yeah, they are pretty close to the mirrors.
Yeah, even though like that attack in particular right there.
Yeah.
This is kind of stressful to watch, honestly.
Oh yeah, it's way more stressful to play it though. Trust me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's terrifying when you're doing this because you're just like, oh my god, he's gonna wreck me so hard.
He's got a lot of lives though right now.
Yeah, that is the one thing about this game is it does give you quite a bit of lives, especially at the end because it gives you like 3 1-up items and then a 3-up item.
Oh, all right,
so you're never like, oh, I have no lives. There's no way I can do this. All right, here we go. Boom, bitch.
Holy hell, what just happened?
You thought the game was dying before, now it's truly dead.
He's just like, alright, this is my last chance to do my thing. Holy crap, Bola. What's going on?
Kyokugen's going on.
Whoa! Wow. So Matt the Sprat seems to be in on this boss in the chat.
Here we go. This is the coolest ending ever, though. I gotta say.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Well, like the whole deal with like he's like shooting like all this crap at you, and then you have to bomb so that you like pull out the laser, and it gets stronger and stronger, and then you overpower him, and he's dead. It's like it's so cinematic. It's so good.
You have to bomb to get the last power-ups. He's like level X here.
Well, no, it's not a bomb to power up. It's a bomb because that's how you have to do it. Like it's a scripted end.
Oh, I see.
Like you have to bomb it to overpower him.
Oh, neat. So you just kind of do that on accident? I mean, you pretty much would bomb regardless anyway, so...
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha. Whoa. Jesus, man. This is crazy. Like, that was almost like just an experience right there.
Yeah.
I can't even describe it.
Crazy. It's so good.
Whew, wow. Yeah, that was something. Alright, so we're going to take a break from Kyokugen. We got a 3-minute and 5-minute mode to check out, but I guess we're going to skip that for now. Should we move on to Anaconda then?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Cool, why don't you talk a little bit about Anaconda here?
So Anaconda is part of this disc magazine called Sanriku King #0. And so this is like I wouldn't say hidden, but it's like a small part of this big disc magazine. And so there's a lot of other stuff in it, but it also has this game called Anaconda. And it's very ghetto. Like it is like he clearly slapped it together in probably a month or two. Like it's buggy, and it has serious issues, and it's pretty short, but it's also a hell of a lot of fun, and it's very clearly like the closest thing he's made to Judgment Silver Sword. So it's very interesting, and it should be enjoyable because it's only like 7 minutes long for a loop. So,
cool. All right, let's jump right into it then. 3, 2, 1, go. I do like that MSX boot up screen. It's like something nostalgic about it, even though I didn't even, use an MSX when I was younger.
Yeah, it's really classic.
Yeah, it's got that look. Ooh, nice. Nice graphics. It's like you compliment that little screen there because it's just like we just had to witness Kyokugen at the end there.
Yeah. Thankfully, this game does not go crazy on your eyes, except when it glitches up too hard. So like I said, this game is really buggy. I was recording some footage, and I actually got the game to, hold on. And I actually got the game to, like, completely screw up and lock up. Like, it's pretty buggy, but, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's also pretty Gradius-y. Like, you've got that intro formation that's very Gradius.
Yeah, sure.
And so the power-up system in this is you shoot like 8 enemies or something, and then an item drops. So this has the same deal as Kyokugen, where there's a pretty low sprite limit. But thankfully in this, when a power-up item has to appear, it'll delete bullets if it has to. So it can be kind of handy in that sense too. You can have an insane amount of lives in this game, and you have a max bomb stock of like 30 or something. Like, you have an absurd amount of bombs, and there's very little penalty to using them. So, I mean, if you're ever afraid, bomb. Because you're almost certainly going to have bombs, and like, there's no reason not to, really. The only disadvantage to bombing, though, is it deletes everything, including power-ups. So if you have like a one-up item on screen and you bomb, the one-up item's gone. So
crazy.
You sort of have to think about when you use the bombs a little bit. And if you max out your bomb stock, then you get like a 10,000 point bonus or something.
Okay, so that's some kind of neat concepts there you're talking about.
Oh, I didn't even know you could blow the top off of this guy. That's interesting. So another thing about the bombs is they don't do very much damage on their own. Like, pretty much their main reason to exist is just delete bullets.
Nice sound effect. Dissipation there. That was really cool sounding, actually. I like that.
Yeah, most of the sounds in his MSX stuff are pretty good, so they're pleasant. And so the shot power-up system is kind of opaque because you need like 2 or 3 power-ups to actually get to the next level. And you have a very, very long power-up like period. Like, there's a lot of power-ups you need before you reach max.
Man, you get a lot of bombs, huh?
Oh yeah, like I said, you max at like 30 or something, so
damn.
He has to give you a ton of bombs to make you be able to fill that up. But yeah, just like looking at the enemies and the enemy designs and stuff, it's very Judgment Silver Sword. Like, he reused a lot of this stuff in JSS. Like, these enemies, the guys that you shoot that split out into 2 bullets, like, a lot of the enemies are very similar.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we're. Oh man. All right. Well, I was gonna say I hope we get to see what happens when you drop a one up off screen because it's amazing. If it doesn't happen, I'll explain it, but it's cool to see it.
What was it in Judgment Silver Sword? Like, oh no, or what did it say when you drop one or something? I forget now.
I don't think it says anything in Judgment
Oh yeah.
Silver.
Oh no.
No, I know in Cardinal Sins in the stage where it drops all the one-ups, if you shoot them, then it like explodes into a word no, which is cute.
Yeah. I think that must be what I'm thinking of.
We got homing lasers. We got lots of stuff on this boss.
So I'm assuming he does like the music too, right? And everything.
Yeah, he does everything for all of his games.
Okay.
All of his self-made stuff. So
Right.
pretty much until Eschatos, it was all him.
Gotcha. I'm not used to seeing the high score letters being in one word there.
Yeah, it's a bit odd.
Hisk.
Dude, it's Blackheart.
Yeah. Well, the shape at least, and yeah, the bullet patterns look pretty similar.
So I guess this player is very scared of Blackheart because he's bombing the crap out of him.
Yeah.
So that's a cool thing about the bomb system is if you're scared, you just dump bombs, whatever, and you get so many lives. Like you get like 8 bombs or something when you come back after a death. So it like the game likes you bombing. But it's very handy that they give you that many bombs because when you die, you lose all your power-ups, and like you need like 30 plus power-ups to get to full power. So it's really bad whenever you die.
Hmm. That's cool.
Oh, what? He doesn't even show the ending. What?
Okay, well, we can go to your video and show it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Where should we jump to?
Give me a sec.
Okay. No ending for you. Hey, don't abuse my highlight.
So around 6:35.
All right.
Okay, I'm ready. Count it down.
Cool. 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, sorry, I'm not ready.
All right. So.
Yeah. Wait, hold
So
on,
yeah,
hold on.
after-
I messed up that countdown for me.
Huh?
I messed up the go for me.
Oh, all right. Hold on a sec then.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so yeah, after Blackheart, we get a bonus Jamboree. So all these enemies come out, and every one of them drops an item. So you just go ham and get all your power-ups through this. It's really nice. It's a really nice concession. Now we have the final boss. It's the Anaconda.
Oh man, with a Charlie Brown face.
Yep.
I don't know how I got that, but hey, it works, I think. Neat. Oh, cool, like spinning bullets there. I like that.
Yeah. The boss
Damn.
is pretty nutty. And so we should at least show a little bit of the loop because it's pretty different.
Sure, sure.
And actually, I think at the end of this video, I have the beginning of the third loop, which is also interesting to see. So we should skip to that probably. We got suicide bullets.
Oh man.
So that's the main difference in the loops is they add suicide bullets. But the third loop, it doesn't just add another one. Oh boy. So yeah, this is the max power up level when you have this spread. Although I think, no, it still powers up more, like the shots change how they look. But yeah, once you've powered up enough, you've got this cool spread. So yeah, as you can see, you get a lot of lives and you get a lot of bombs. You can just, yeah. I forget how many bombs that is, but yeah, it's a ton. And I don't think there's even a limit to how many lives you can get. Like, I've never hit a max, at least, so.
Cool. I like how it's just like this game is just like you just threw together like a bunch of different concepts and hey, it works. Yeah, pretty
exactly.
decent, you know. So it's
Yeah.
kind of making a game, you know.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's clearly thrown together pretty quick, but it's fun and it's interesting to play. So, you know, whatever.
Oh, that abrupt death is so so weird.
Yeah, and the weirdest thing about it though is actually you, like, when you die, you instantly respawn and it just covers the screen with that text. Like, you can still move around and stuff, but you're invincible the whole time. So like, it's very odd.
Oh, I see. It's just some like rough workaround or something going on there. That's okay. I mean, the MSX2 here is like basically as powerful as like a Famicom at this point.
Yeah,
like
it's pretty equivalent.
Yes, it seems about equivalent. I kind of just mentioned the Famicom because it's just like that's kind of what gaming led into around this time. So
yeah, I mean, this is like I said in his interviews, M-KAI's like, yeah, I'm mostly inspired by, you know, 80s Famicom stuff because that's what I was into as a kid and that's what I play a lot.
Well, once again, I'm forgetting that this was released in the late 90s again.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, yeah. There must, you know, there's probably just plenty of people who, you know, had the computers and figured, you know, if people can play my game, if I make one for the computer here and get in the magazines, and that's the way for people to play your game. Back then.
Yep.
Nowadays, it's like Steam.
Yeah. And yes, Jamers, you lose all of your powers from dying from this, which is extremely stressful because you're so weak when you're at 0 power, and it takes like half a loop to get all the way powered up again.
Yeah, that's kind of rough.
It's really rough, especially in the loop. Like, it's sort of got the same thing going on, where you don't instantly die from dying once, but you're never gonna fully recover, and you're just gonna limp along until it finally decides to finish you off.
Yeah. Well, unless you want to watch this a little bit more of this, we should probably move on to Pleasure Hearts or something else.
Yeah, good idea. Hold on a sec, though.
Okay. Could go back to Kyokugen, I guess.
Yeah. I was gonna say we should check out the second loop, or the third loop, but nah, it's not that different. It's just, instead of one bullet, it shoots like a cloud of bullets at you, and it's really stupid.
Sure.
All right, yeah. Do we want to do Kyokugen 3-minute or 5-minute?
Let's do 3-minute, then 5-minute.
Okay.
All right, here comes the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
So we got the straight up caravan modes here in Kyokugen now.
Yeah. So yeah, this has caravan modes, and it's pretty sick.
Also, a quick shout out to AdigunPolack, the YouTube video YouTube user who put together some of these Kyokugen videos and some other ones. As usual, I'll have the credits for the videos we do use in episodes in the YouTube description, as is normal. It's always nice though. Sometimes the people we do take the videos from notice, and they're usually pretty happy. No complaints yet.
Okay, so this is a very typical caravan style thing, except it still has the level up system and power up system, and there are blocks on the ground that give you experience now. So there's a lot to do in this, and it can get kind of silly because you get a ton of life, you get a ton of lives. Like, it extends like crazy. So you can sort of just like abuse dying to level up really quickly. Although this player doesn't actually die, so they don't do that. But that is a somewhat valid strategy. Like, you can do a lot of really weird stuff in this just because of the way the system works. And like these floating yen symbols, if you sit on top of them, it gives you points periodically. So yeah, this game is wild. Like, the caravan modes in this are totally nuts.
Yeah, this is pretty nutty.
And yeah, because there's so much experience stuff dropping all the time, you level up a lot very quickly. So this is definitely the seizure mode for sure.
Yeah, do not look directly into the sun.
Yeah, like if you're looking when he was shooting all those symbols on the ground, you were looking at his experience meter. It just shoots up like now. Well, yeah, like it goes up real quick.
Okay.
And this mode gives you a ton of bombs too. Like, this mode is pretty much resource overload, and you just have to figure out the best way to use it all.
That's kind of like the theme of a lot of caravans. Like, they give you a lot of like stuff that's kind of hard to do all at once until you really figure it out, I guess.
Yeah.
Pretty generalization there, but yeah.
Yeah, and now we have the boss of 3-minute mode.
So it's like a helmet. It's like a helmet visor with like a shotgun stock or something. I don't know.
Oh, I always assumed it was like a spine or something, like something weird. Because like the main thing is like a knight head. So you're like, oh, what
Oh yeah, okay, like a spine. Okay, I get that. Yeah, I thought maybe like an arm or something.
And so the time bonus in this is pretty nutty. It's pretty ridiculous. So it's all about getting to the end quick.
Huh. Interesting. Well, it's definitely something worth trying out. Yeah, for sure. If you're playing some Kyokugen. Oh my god, what's going to hell? That scared me.
Oh, trust me, System 11. If you play this yourself at full 60 FPS, it's very seizure inducing.
Tomorrow S Star Gamers.
Oh yeah, tomorrow S.
What's tomorrow about these gamers? I don't get it.
Good question. Don't know.
Maybe like once you get a great score, like you're like the next day you're gonna be recognized for your great score.
That could be it. That sounds reasonable.
Cool. Let's jump to 5-minute mode then.
Yep, sounds good.
3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, I remember I did try these games out a couple of these games out myself, including Pleasure Hearts, which we haven't looked at yet. But if you're gonna do some MSX, you gotta play the Metal Gear games. They're really good.
Yeah, for sure. Metal Gear 2 is it's the shit.
It's really amazing. Metal Gear 2, Solid freaking Snake.
Oh yeah.
And there's other, there's tons of games.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff on the system that isn't by Konami, but the Konami stuff is definitely the most visible. So 5-minute mode is kind of clearly a lot slower than the 3-minute mode. The background doesn't scroll nearly as fast. So you can do more. It doesn't feel as like you can't do everything like in the 3-minute mode.
Oh wait,
and
where were you watching? 5-minute mode?
Yeah, we're watching.
Oh, sorry, I'm watching 3-minute mode. Crap.
Oh shit! All right. Restart.
I think someone noticed in the chat, so it caught me there. Sorry, sorry guys. I
Bring back 5-minute video.
I had 2 3-minute video tabs open. That was my mistake.
Oh, whoops.
One moment. Alright, here it is. Okay. 3, 2, 1, 5-minute mode.
Alright, here we go.
The fucking Valle icons.
So good.
We need Valle to RT this stream. I'm sure he played some MSX. Probably not. Probably not, though.
We get a question: how many seizures per minute is a super play of this? Well, the answer, 3-minute mode at least, is probably at least 5.
Well, seizures usually last longer than a few minutes, though.
Oh, you're right.
So, yeah, maybe 1.
Alright, so yeah, like I was saying, 5-minute mode, the background scrolls a lot slower, so it feels like you're more in control, which is kind of nice considering how crazy 3-minute is.
Man, those hypers, kind of, those are, yeah, those are cool.
Yeah.
So many blocks. Ah, my eyes. I'm blocking my eyes here. Ugh.
It's all about the seizures.
Like, what was he thinking?
I mean, he was in high school, he was probably like, yeah, fuck those guys with seizures. I want my eyes to bleed.
Like, sure, it's cool, but it's like, it's excessive at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it definitely doesn't need to be this crazy. He was just like, yeah, whatever, man.
Did you know the NES Mini Classic has like a thing built in to get rid of like flicker from like the epileptic flickers in various games?
Oh man, I know that the virtual console stuff, they used modified versions of the games that are like not going to flash as much. Like Rekka doesn't flash.
Yeah. Yeah, Al Anonymous, for anyone who doesn't know, is a Twitch streamer, but he was testing out a bunch of games because he hacked the NES Mini and was testing out the anti-strobe effect for like all sorts of games, and it actually changes a lot of games. Like it's pretty weird.
Huh.
Like sometimes it like dims out the whole screen, like, and then it like dims back in.
That's weird. It's kind of neat.
Anywho.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, dude! Just fuck off.
So, like other Caravan stuff, there's like hidden stuff everywhere. So there's like a bunch of stuff where it's like 2x2 tiles, and if you uncover all of them, then it shows like a little portrait, and you get bonus points, and you sort of chain it. So for each next one you get, it increases the value. So you really want to not miss any of them.
Not miss what? Sorry.
Not miss like bonus tiles for like where it shows like the portraits of the people.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, you have to uncover those, and then it like chains their value. So if you missed one, you lose out on a ton of points.
Oh, okay. That's important to scoring. I mean, no one's really competing for scores in these games.
Yeah, fortunately, we should bring it back.
If they are, well, they should get their eyesight checked.
Yeah, exactly. Please play in moderation. Also, if you're playing this on pretty much any pad, be very careful with your thumb. Like, I probably played these modes for maybe 30 minutes, and my thumb was really hurting. Like, I mean, I don't have a blister yet, but it definitely will cause one, just because you have to move around a lot more than most other Caravan games, because you got to pick up all the experience and stuff.
Yeah, I can see that.
And you don't really move that fast in this, so it's kind of like you're like hammering down on the button because you're like, oh, I want to go there now, but it doesn't quite let you. So yeah, just keep that in mind. It's you want to be nice to your thumbs.
It's never good to overdo it. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to like straining your hands and stuff, you could get permanent injury.
Yeah, for sure. This boss is pretty cool. Like, fight a bunch of other bosses for this one.
Man, that scrolling is nice. It doesn't look too great on stream right now, but I imagine it looks pretty awesome on the actual system.
Yeah, it is. It's quite nice. This boss is pretty cool. It shoots out like the, I guess again, glow squid-ish things where it like shoots out the missiles and the top into explosions.
That sinister helmet.
Yeah, man, it's out to kill you. It's out to ruin your day.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
That noise. You know, he's hypering it.
Is he gonna get it? I've never actually killed this boss because it takes a long time. It's really easy to. Oh man. Oh man, is he gonna get it? Ooh,
numbers.
98, 286.
Whoa!
Oh, we did it!
Holy crap, he did it. It's
0 seconds on the clock.
Wow. That's world exclusive right there. From AdigunPolack. It says so in his YouTube description. Right here on YouTube, he's like super proud of this.
Yeah, for sure.
I would be. What's this video posted? 2009.
Like I said, I've never killed him, and like he was like every time I get to the end, like time out, and he's usually got quite a bit of health left. Like, yeah.
Yeah, he was laying into him there pretty nice with those hypers. Okay, let's move on. This is going to be lengthy here.
Yep. Now it's time for Pleasure Hearts.
Great, let's just jump right into it.
Yep, I agree.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Pleasure Hearts is... This game was the one that convinced me I had to get an MSX, because this game is out of control.
Yeah, this game's really neat. $19.99 for this one. Apparently Mr. AdigunPolack is on the single credit conquest. It's like on the sidebars of this video.
Yeah.
I like it.
It is one hell of a conquest, because this game is insanely hard, especially at the end.
Oh man.
Man, this game looks so good.
So yeah, horizontal scrolling,
So good.
most notably at the beginning here, and Don't you have? Did you have multiple characters in this one too?
No, this one's just one character.
I didn't see a character select. But yeah, what do we got going on here? Different power-ups for weapons and.
Yeah, so we got 3 different weapons. Right now he's using 3, which is like this swirling, piercing shot, and it does by far the most damage, but it's pretty hard to use, so you gotta be careful with it. It's more useful when it's like fully powered up. When it's at a low level like this, it's really hard to use. And so then there's also 1, which is a completely forward straight shot that does a pretty good amount of damage, but is, you know, kind of hard to use just because it's a straight shot only. And then 2 is like a traditional spread shot, which is pretty handy, generally useful everywhere. So yeah, the weapon 3 destroys bosses pretty hard, so it's very good against bosses and kind of most of the game. You just have to power it up and know how to use it. Now we got good old background destruction like Zombie Nation. Go ham on the city, just destroy it.
Yeah, that's good stuff. But yeah, this game really threw you in right at the beginning there. Like, that was nuts for our first stage.
Yeah, and so he didn't show it, but at the very beginning, it gives you an option to either do stage 1 or the prologue. And the prologue is like this little story segment that you actually play, and it's like, it doesn't influence the rest of the game, but it's really cool. And you fight like this totally insane boss that is actually like the last boss or something. But you know, it's the very beginning of the game, so you're like, you've got no idea what to do, and you just get owned. But it's really cool.
So you get the power level up. So is the level the power up level then there?
Yeah. So I forget.
And then GR. Works. You just got a GR for killing that thing. Grade?
Yeah. I think GR. I don't know. I don't remember how it works at all.
Maybe it's like more like some of the stuff it goes up, it gets harder or something. I'm just assuming it's grade, but I have no idea.
Yeah, that could be it. That might be it, actually.
Like a rank, I guess. Difficulty. Maybe.
Yeah, that's probably it.
And then so that's a health bar, so you can take multiple hits, 90 out of 90.
Sorta. It's kind of like Guwange. So, like, if you graze stuff, it takes off HP. If you get like hit directly, it's probably gonna kill you outright.
Oh, neat.
Like, it's a lot like how Guwange does it.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you can beat the prologue boss. I've tried a lot, but I'm not good enough, so I haven't done it. I think it's probably doable. So some of these bosses are pretty cool because it's like a compile-esque fortress, you know, like a Xanac or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's in a horizontal game. It's kind of different. Oh, so all these little bouncing items, they're actually items, and they have names and specific point values. And in the main menu, you can actually look at all the items you've picked up. So there's a little, collection sort of gimmick in this game. It's kind of neat.
Okay.
It gives you reason to come back and try to get all the items.
Yeah, this background is pretty impressive here.
Yeah, this game looks so good. Like, it's a really polished looking game.
never really there's not too often a dull moment in the M-KAI games. It seems he always likes to keep the action going.
Yeah, it definitely sets his stuff apart from the other MSX things. Like compile games are pretty notorious for having lots of dead air, but his stuff does not really have any dead air, which is really nice. Keeps the blood flowing.
Yeah, that is good to have. Blood flowing. That power up, the 2 there looks like a banana, like a peeled banana.
I'm pretty sure it's a sword, but
peeled banana sword. Whatever.
Oh, no, that's pretty good.
Now you can't unsee the peeled banana.
Yeah, it definitely does. So yeah, you see he's now got only 98 because he took some raise damage, and now we got a cute little bonus section.
Yeah.
This is pretty fun. Like it's awesome. I enjoy doing this every time.
Classic.
And like it chains, like each one you get increases the value of the next one. So you want to get them all. Like, I mean, obviously, but it really adds up.
Cool. That side of the screen shaking looks so jank.
Yeah, it's kind of goofy, but that's the MSX for you.
Man, all sorts of bullet patterns, really.
Oh yeah, I have no idea how you're actually supposed to do this pattern though, because it's really hard. Like, he's not playing on a Panasonic or a Turbo R or something, because it's way faster on my machine and it is way harder.
This is the secret to Adigun's success. Alright, so we got parts here, so we'll go part 2.
Yep, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Alright, night stages. My favorite.
Yeah, this is a cool one. Jamers asks if there's a safe spot. The answer is probably, but I have no idea where it is, and I've never seen it, so I could not tell you. I just sort of, lay into him with the 3 and bomb when I'm scared, and usually I make it out okay, but it'd be nice if there was a consistent way to do it.
Good tunes.
Yeah, I like the music a lot in this. It's pretty catchy. Keeps you into it.
Some cool effects here too, like how those explosions are kind of like fading out. That's a nice effect.
Yeah, this game is very, very graphically competent. It looks really, really good.
Yeah, I wish I could see this on the actual system someday. Because these videos don't seem like they're really doing it justice.
No, like, yeah, you definitely have to see it in person for the most part, because, yeah, it looks so good on hardware. I mean, this video, like, these videos for Pleasure Hearts actually are pretty good, though. Like, they're pretty close.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm getting buffering. Hey, you with me?
Yeah.
Alright, I got buffering in the video.
Oh shoot. Okay. Where you want to restart?
Let's just go to 220.
Okay, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, buffer. I mean, go. Yeah, we're going.
Yeah.
YouTube's like experiencing interruptions. Find out why.
Damn.
Thanks, YouTube.
So good.
Nothing we can't handle here.
Yeah. I do like how when you graze and it takes off a little bit of health, it like has like a little spurt of blood, like you just got, you know, shot in the arm or something.
Maybe that was just a straight Guange influence then.
It definitely could have been, I think.
When you get hit in Guange, it's so memorable. Like you hear that like really distinctive like noise, and you hear the character scream. Like it's super crazy. Like it's kind of cool. Like yeah, just being reminded of that. Like seeing this game, it kind of makes you appreciate some of the other things that he's referencing a bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
If it is an exact reference or whatever it is, it doesn't really matter if it's confirmed or not. Oh, that's the end of that one.
Yep. Yeah. In the interviews, M-KAI is like, yeah, my games are all homages, even though they're like, he's pretty insistent on them being like called homages, but they're pretty unique anyways. But he's like, yeah, I mean, I don't try to straight up rip anything off, but you know, all my games are influenced by the stuff I've played, so they're technically homages.
Right. Let me hold on. I lost my part 3 here.
Okay.
All right, there we have it. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Stage 5. This starts off with this crazy boss, and it is really hard. Like, I don't have a strat for this boss, but this guy clearly does.
So I think I can get rid of the photosensitivity warning for this game.
Yeah, this
Thankfully.
one doesn't really do that stuff very much. This song is so cool, though. Then we got this. It's so good. Like, this stage is out of control. Like, he just went totally nuts.
It was neat how it came from the background.
Yeah, and then it's got, like, the sword in the front. Like, whatever, man. And then we got this giant sword with a bunch of shields and stuff. It's so good.
He was clearly influenced by Super Mario RPG with that the sword guy in that game. Forget the name.
Now this is really hard, and it might not look that hard right now, but just give it a sec and you'll see exactly why.
Do, 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 do. Oh my. Is that it?
Yeah. And then it like crosses over and stuff, and it gets real messy. And then it does this thing. It's just like, oh my god.
Man, trolling it up.
And this is really hard too. Like, these guys come in just like dumping bullets all over you. And unless you have 3, you're pretty screwed, because it's really hard to hit them while you're trying to like collect all the power-ups and stuff.
Yeah.
Or even just dodge the other bullets.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Oh shit.
Oh, so it's a scarf. Okay.
Ah, that's how it is.
Oh
Well,
my
that's
God.
cool. Oh my god. He's back with a vengeance.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then this guy.
This doofy little thing.
Was this the head that the helmet was on?
Oh yeah, that could definitely be it. 0 points. Womp womp.
Why 0 there?
I'm guessing because he died.
Actually, those bombs are actually epileptic there.
I guess they are, yeah.
Damn it.
I mean, it's not as bad as Kyokugen, but not much is.
Very true. It's gonna be a 2-hour episode here. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Epic.
The ship is back, now without a sword in the front.
Ooh.
Oh, you missed the 1-up. And now you fight a wall. I thought this was a bug when I first came up to this, but this is how it's supposed to be. I don't know what the deal is, though.
Huh. Well then, this is your break finally.
Yeah, exactly. Time to ooh, right. I forgot it does that.
Wow, what a jerk move.
Well, the thing is, it's aimed away from you, so it's only gonna hit you if you see it like coming and then you try to dodge it.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah, it's a pretty dick move, but you know, you got to do something to make shooting a wall exciting.
I guess if you die to it, like it's like, oh, that was my own. It was like my own fault.
Yeah, but then it gives you all these power-ups, just, you know, so even if you did die a couple times, you're all good.
Nice.
So deceptive. This boss tends to do that.
Yeah, so many different attacks and stuff.
But then it just loops around once it finishes its set, so it's not too many different attacks, so you can sort of just remember the order, and it's not too bad.
Yeah. Oh man, it looks like it's bleeding. Whoa.
It's pulling you into the black hole. But he made it.
So you can get sucked in, huh?
Yeah, I think it kills you. And now you get to pick your weapon and get a full power up.
Yeah, that was a cool moment there. Like it closes off and it's like, oh, you did it. I'd love to see like more like kind of set piece moments like that in other shmups.
Yeah, it's not something that really happens that much these days. It's kind of sad.
I guess in the end, like it would just be like a cut, like kind of viewed as like a cutscene or something.
Yeah. So this looks really hard. Just tap dodge, and it's free.
Tap dodge for the win.
Yeah. When I first got here, I was like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be insane." but I just kept tap dodging just to be like, is this gonna work? And the answer is yes. So it looks hard. It's not hard. Just as long as you tap dodge at a pretty good rate, it's pretty easy.
Nice. Still looks nuts. It does look nuts, though.
Yeah, it looks totally insane, completely impossible. But you know, the worst thing is you take a couple damage just for the grazing.
Beef jerky bullets. Yeah, it looks like a beef jerky. The boss.
I guess it does.
I like it. I like it. Good imagination there. Okay, part 4 here. The last part of this freaking episode.
Time for the last part.
Alright, 3, 2, 1,
Hold
go.
on a second.
Not go.
Hold on. Hold on.
Not go.
Yeah, YouTube buffering. Sorry. All right, I'm ready now, though.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh yeah, here we go. Pick your items. Yeah, you really want 3 here because otherwise that yellow diamond will eat your bullets and it can be pretty frustrating. Aggressive patterns require aggressive bombing.
Yeah, overall, this is a pretty intense game, I'd say.
Yeah, it might be only 30 minutes long, but man, that is 30 minutes of constant action. Here we go.
You can barely see the enemy there.
Yeah, you just have to guess where he is by where all the bullets are coming out of. Oh my god. The swords.
Yo, damn.
Holy crap. Oh hey, it's that pattern from that Kyokugen. Oh man, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna make it? He's got 1 life left.
This is AdigunPolack we're talking about here. He's got this. This is the single-credit conquest.
Swords, too crazy.
Oh.
Last life. Pea shooter.
He's sweating bullets. Hey. That was damn close.
It's the pleasure heart.
Oh, there was a heart at the end?
No, that's what the little item was.
Oh,
It's
really?
called pleasure hearts.
Cool. I looked away for a sec.
Well, I mean, it was written in Japanese, so I had to read it out. And that's the ending.
Cool. Is this just all text from here on out?
I think so. It's still got like 2 minutes though, so maybe keep it up. Because I can't remember if there's anything after the text stuff.
All right.
But yeah, pretty wild game. It's yeah, I highly recommend checking at the very least Pleasure Hearts out because it's mind-blowingly good. It's so good.
Like, this guy's so into it, like in the YouTube description. He's like, here in this most epic grand collusion of this 4-part video, I present to you now the final stage, stage 7, where the 2 final bosses await with a lot of cunning, maniacal attacks as well as... Oh, wait.
Oh, here we go. M-KAI Operation 3, Pleasure Hearts.
He's into it.
Oh man, we actually get to see his name. I've never seen his name
Oh
before.
yeah, I was wondering about that. I was looking for it and I couldn't find it anywhere. But what about the first name? He still leaves that out. He still leaves that out.
Yeah. Who knows? It could. I mean, yeah. Ooh, special thanks. Ah. So he didn't do this all on his own then. Interesting.
Yeah, those backgrounds were too good.
No, he did the backgrounds
Oh,
though.
right.
Like,
Oh, okay.
he did all the actual work, but it looked like he had like he asked people for help and stuff.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Like, I guess the box art and stuff was done by other people.
Yeah.
First ranking.
What was the score? That trillions?
13 billion.
Billions?
Billions.
Nice.
And that's it. That's Pleasure Hearts.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
And-
all these games are super good. Definitely check them out, especially Pleasure Hearts, because, man, it is insanely good. It is so good.
Yeah, I want to go back to what he wrote here. So he's like, these maniacal attacks and quite some tricks up their sleeves against me. And baby, it ain't over till it is over. And when there's just one last boss standing, he will throw one plain hell of a bullet barrage fit like you have never seen before on the MSX system series, period, ... So much so that it ate up all my reserves, leaving me with last ship remaining. Wait till you see what happens right near the end of the true final boss battle. Believe me, you will love it. I can quite guarantee you that. Winky face. I love it. Oh wait, there it goes on. You know what? I do not even want you to miss the holy grail of a game on the MSX, MSX2, MSX Turbo R home computer systems, and the author himself has officially released an original of the game for download on the MSX emulator. So you can go get the ROM, I guess, from M-KAI, and he's got a link to GeoCities page.
Yeah, his webpage has been down for a couple years now, though, so you have to get it off of other websites, or I think it's on archive.org, so you can still check that too.
So, I must quite thank you so much for your awesome watching of my original shmup super play of this tremendously sought-after shmup. Ladies and gentlemen, and Pleasure Hearts is utterly... this run-on sentence, so good. And Pleasure Hearts is utterly a treasure on the MSX indeed, ... period. No exceptions whatsoever. That was a one big run-on sentence
face.
At the end. That was the whole paragraph. Yeah, winky face. And, that was just one sentence there. So good. Well, we gotta hand it to AdigunPolack for that.
Yeah, his description might be a bit crazy, but man, his play is even crazier.
Like, I don't know. He just seems to be. Yeah, he's definitely on the fact that like these. Yeah, this was basically like one of the craziest shmups on the MSX. So I mean, wants people to take notice. I mean, that's why we're doing it here too. So it's good. All right, that's gonna wrap it
Yeah.
up. It's already been going on a little bit too long here.
Yep. Sounds good.
Yeah, so let's go to the title screen here and look at that MSX picture again. Any final words about the MSX or M-KAI, old M-KAI games?
The old M-KAI games are great, and they show you, sort of how he started his stuff. Before Kyokugen, he actually made an RPG called AdigunPolack. It's really junky and weird, but it's interesting anyways. But yeah, play these games. They're really damn good, and they deserve more attention. So, yep, that's all I got.
Cool. Yeah, excellent. There you have it, folks. Till next time on Shooting Game Weekly, this was episode 111, covering the M-KAI MSX Shmups. I guess go buy an MSX computer, I guess, and clutter your room with that. All right, see you later, people.